Hey all, Wardrobe here, into the German turn, and just want to talk real quick because I'm telling you, I'm having a blast with this just in the first turn. Okay, I am finding some little errata things. Some may say they're not little. I think I am so far not worried about what I'm finding. And a couple of them I could be wrong on. I could be misreading something. So until I get official responses, I'm not going to worry about it because they seem pretty minor. They seem fixable. So I'm just going to state that right now. I want to make sure that's clear. I am, and I love the changes that have in it, and I think it's a cool evolution. North Africa had some interesting things. I didn't quite get into it. I get into learning them. I don't think I picked them up as fast as I'm picking these up. And I had Jeff, Hex to Hex working with us, working together on it. So that's cool. And then when McMurray gets them, we'll work on that together with him. It'll go great. There's a lot of little things to remember, but I think it's doable. I would like to create a better, like I said in an earlier video, a little bit better play aid for me to remember some of these little rules that are different. For example, when you barrage, you add +1 for each additional unit in there. So if there's 3 counters in there, it's going to be a +2 to the barrage roll. Okay. So here's what happened. The Germans got this. They moved up. Like I said, these 9th SS is focusing on Welsum. It was kind of cool. This unit took St. Vith. I did not expect it, but it happened pretty easily because they came around here. There was an artillery unit in here, and it DG'd and it bugged out all the way back here. That's from kind of from a VCS thing. They went back here. They could have gone 8 hexes anywhere on a road. To me, you want to keep your artillery on a road so they can bug out. And so he took St. Vith, and then I realized there was another artillery unit. So the U.S.'s artillery in the German first turn anyway, was pretty stymied because they could not. They had to move back and were DG'd, so they couldn't barrage. The only U.S. artillery available was this guy, and he didn't get it, even with the +2 roll. This bridge was blown. The U.S. blew this bridge and this bridge. There was one of the errata. Well, I don't know if it's errata. I think again, I could be misreading it. But it appears with these guys here, they wouldn't have been able to blow that bridge. Well, either they wouldn't be able to blow the bridge or there's a -1 to them blowing it. I like the -1 because it's, they're rolling up. It's going to be harder because they're shooting at you, but they do blow it. This one is not blown, and I just need to keep the US 2 hexes away from that. They won't be able to blow that at all. I need to get all my guys across it. 9th SS is going to go try to take that. I was kind of hoping this would be cleared out, but this unit's right here. I screwed up. Anyway, so they went over on it, and they had it shifts, column shifts, and they were in a marsh. Oh, actually, they were in heavy wood. So anyway, they took an attacker 1 and had to take a loss. This guy I stacked inappropriately. He's with the wrong division integrity. See, it's a different color. Fantastic. So he's DG'd. And then these guys went down here and tried to attack. Fantastic. But the only really beneficial exploitation movement was this up here. Did I miss something else? No, I think I got it. So I'm telling you, it's fun. The bridge is blown screwing the Germans' plans up. It costs 2 to move on these tracks. I don't know. I don't know. I'm having a great time. So we'll see what happens. U.S. is next, and it's bedtime. So I'll go to bed and finish this. All right. So that was a quick turn there. I shot. We're live. We're playing the games live. Jeff's playing Tip of the Spear live. I'm doing Goose Egg. I'm telling you what, man. Now this is the end of turn 1 or turn 3 technically. Turn 1, 18th of December.
How many turns in this game? Mine's 4 Todd's spot.
So the biggest thing was these guys getting DG'd. No effect for that's 2 of the 3 U.S. artillery's down. Oh yeah, you're gonna hear the other guys talking. I guess I should mute them too. That's funny. Okay, anyway, so the Germans could not get these guys, right? Couldn't get this guy lodged out, and the Americans couldn't get the German lodged out of St. Vith. So they took St. Vith. in a way, I'm not too worried about it because the Germans still have to take these. So I might come down and reinforce and just really try to stop these guys. I just don't know how this is going to happen. So I think I'm not going to worry about that because St. Vith is taken. I'm going to probably try to send somebody down there to reinforce it. These guys here will probably reinforce it. These guys are going to try to go over here. Getting down here is going to be a tough one. I mean, because this is all I got. I think my goal is to take, I think I was going to have 9th SS. Yeah, 9th SS. Oh, no, I had 9th. Wait, why did I have? So I've written down here, I want the 9th SS to go way over here, and I want these guys to come down here. That's interesting. Well, I really need this road cleared so that I can get over there because this trail is expensive. So I really need it. Well, that's going to be, see, man, the Americans coming up and attack this is actually kind of good because they're blocking out the Germans. The Germans can try to go around, but it's going to be, it's all time. This is great. I'm telling you, I'm loving this. All right, everybody, wardrobe here. End of turn 2 of Ardennes II. Still liking it, but man, the Germans are just struggling. So let's go right to left. Americans still it's Schiefel out of supply. That doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't know. I guess as the Americans, I could try to move out of there or something, or I could try to, oh, wait a minute. I could move out of there actually as the American. Well, now they're out of supply. Maybe I should have moved out of there to try to block the paths here, but I think the Germans also get supply off these south edges, so it'd be kind of hard to do. But I guess I could have used them to attack there. Over here, nothing's happened. I got to cross a bridge. It's like going to be impossible. I almost wondered, like, do I like retreat over here and try to attack this? Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to move over here and try to take this town. Cross the river, come down here, cross the river, blah, blah, blah. That's what I should be doing. I'm wasting time here. This bridge is blown, that bridge is blown. The Americans took back St. Vith. It took 2. Wait, how did it take 2? Oh, yeah, they attacked in the first turn. They attacked in the second turn. They got it. A D1, R1 result. These guys, now there's 6 points defending it. 6 defense factors. These guys were barraged, so they could not overrun. You can overrun into any territory. Unless I'm missing something, you can overrun into any territory. Just has to be on a road. Any road. And then I thought these guys could exploit move. They can't even exploit move. So 9th SS getting over here to VM. Now this is wide open. Americans are like, come on, tell them and get it. Now these guys have to cross a river. I mean, on a road, but so it doesn't matter. But well, they can't overrun because they're starting next to a guy. So he moved up so that they started next to him. And now you got this guy here. He will be out of supply. No. Yeah, you can snake through here because it's just a foot movement and the marshes can get through it. So anyway, that's turn 2. This is tough as the Germans. It's a tough one, but it should be, I guess. But I'm telling you, man, I like the features in this game. I like them. There's some great stuff. The barrage, the way it works, and the U.S. how to use the barrage. Like I stopped that. You can barrage hexes. The 20th of December, the U.S. still holds St. Vith. The Germans own no thingies, victory hexes. The U.S. just reinforced this hex in this turn, seeing that there could be a problem because the Germans did finally make it over, and they got some units heading up over here. I mean, really, I shouldn't push everyone down here. I really need to push, although they could then come around this way. They really need to come down here. Well, actually, they could go all the way around here, but then that gives the U.S. a lot of time to shift over here. But there's not really a better route. Maybe they just do go around, but then at some point they're going to get out of supply. So they came up here. This American moved back 1 just to keep this guy from coming over here to move down there. Try to slow him down a tad, because now they can't move into this woods. It's like it's hard to move in the woods in Ardennes. I think I said that the last video. The U.S. attacked a unit here and pushed the Jagdpanzer back here, so they pushed 1 German unit. I was going to overrun that, but it would have been 2-1, and I've just not had very good luck rolling the die there. So I decided, and the Americans, I'm trying to husband my resources here and keep them. I mean, the Germans have 2 turns to take 3 objectives. And again, I forgot to move these guys over here to at least try to take that town. So they're going to spend the next 2 turns doing that. Americans are probably going to come around, put them out of supply, blah, blah, blah. Although they get to go here, one of these for supply. All right, that's the end of turn 3, 20th December. It's not looking good for the Germans. The player morale is kind of going down a little bit because I'm like, I don't know. But I got to keep going and pressing. You never know what might happen. We'll talk to you later. 4 of the Goose Egg. Wow, what a turn for the Germans on this one here. They got a tiger and something else. The tiger only made it to here. I don't think they're going to have much impact. I was trying to look for a way to open them, get them somewhere relevant. But the Germans really cleared this line out here. So they're going to be attacking St. Vith again. I need to get these guys around to attack over here. So they cleaned this all out. They cleaned this guy out. They did an overrun here, overran here. Some other guys came around, overran around over here, knocked all the U.S. artillery over to here to DG. Oh, those will come off at the turn though, so that's interesting. So those will come off. So, yeah, those will come off for turn 5. We are moving into turn 5. So the Germans did take this town, so he's holding that town. These guys are coming around over here, and you know, they're gonna have to overrun this guy. I don't have any artillery. All my artillery is like way the heck over here, so it's not any good. I do have a question about, I didn't happen because of something that came up, but if the U.S. moved here, I got to find out about bugging out. The artillery does something called bug out. So if there's an enemy next to them, they get the heck out of dodge, move 8 hexes back, but it has to be contiguous road hexes. They're not in a road hex. So do they just DG? There's no indication that that even happens. But they are supposed to bug out, but they can't bug out because it's not 8 contiguous road hexes. Unless you call, like, you find the nearest road. I don't know. Anyway, so I got to figure that out. These guys are still DG. I did move some guys over here to try to down here because I got to take that town and I got to take St. Vith. So this, if nothing happens, I'm going to probably, well, depending on what happens, I'll probably end up playing only half a turn. If the Germans take these towns and they have full strength units in them, pretty unlikely the U.S. is going to do anything with them. They don't have to be in supply or anything. But the likelihood of them taking is pretty thin, but I didn't think they'd get this far. So they really wiped it out there in that run. So that was the end of turn 3. 10-4, then turn 4. All right, that's it. We'll talk to you. See you in turn 5. All right, everybody, this is the end of the turn. So big lessons learned here. The Germans won with overrunning. Now, there was a little problem though. As I was reading the rules again, I was like, oh, you can't overrun more than twice you can't overrun more than once in a turn. You can keep moving, but you can't overrun again. These units definitely overran. I might have said that in turn 4. And I'll have to go back and look at turn 4. Maybe I said that. If I did, it was wrong. You can overrun once, keep moving. So I think what would have happened, they would have overrun these guys here and then come up here and then combated these guys. So I do not think they would have made it this far, because I think I also had to at least overrun at least one guy, if not twice. Sigh. But as someone said that was watching the live stream, at least I know now about that. That rule will be stuck in my head brain. But I definitely would have taken this one. I retook St. Vith. And this one, so this one probably wouldn't happen because they would have been that far. I just did it to try it, and these guys, this 12th SS that came in here overran them, and then all these U.S. artillery kept getting DG'd, so, and having to bug out. So what it tells me is it's a pretty good design scenario, because as you could probably hear in the turns, I was losing. Like, I was like, there's no way. But they just got some good, stuff. The Americans finally started breaking. The rolls started going for the Germans. And that was awesome. I hate to say that the rolls went that way, but I don't know. The rolls worked. So I felt pretty good about it until I learned that I was cheating. But they are the black units, or the SS, so no wonder they were cheating. So thoughts on the scenario? Loved it. It's fun. I think good play, a little bit better planning, better movement of the artillery. So the artillery basically can move one turn, fire the next turn, move. So you'll have to kind of, if you're playing the campaign game, you're really going to have to space that out. Like, have half your artillery, kind of like what they're doing, like line battles or whatever. Half the guys moving, half the guys firing, I think, at all times, to keep a good steady flow and have a nice balance of artillery. What to do with these guys over here, I don't think I think next time, maybe the Americans need to be aggressive here and attack out and something, because there's no benefit of staying up in here. There's pretty decent units. So, well, I don't know, 3-1. What's this one? 2. Not great, but there's something. They could have come up here and caused problem for the, or they should have just moved up here to defend the objectives. Bridges getting blown immediately were pretty tough. I really should have then backed off of here quicker, jumped across the river because I had a chance, and then that would have helped me attack that town with these 62nd Volksgrenadier. I mean, one reason the Germans should attack these guys is, you know, they just get rid of that threat, but I don't know. This is an interesting one. I wondered about that in BCS when I played that too. So it's cool. I need to now organize all my counters and get them in the trays. Because it's just a mess right now. It's got that over there, that over there. I like all the changes they've made here. I like the artillery. I like the way they do the DG. I like the bugging out. I do have a couple questions about that. It's fun. So I think, well, I haven't heard Jeff thought of his scenario. I don't know who won that one, but we got to get McMurray to get his copy. He can maybe play the Bastogne Screaming Eagles one, because Baston's probably one of his favorite, right? Yes, it seems.
Yes.
He's over there. He's listening in over there on the Facebook Messenger. So
Can they hear me?
I think they can, yeah.
Yeah. Then yes, Bastogne is one of my favorites. Big fan.
So he can play that scenario in this game. So anyway, really fun. Had a great time doing it. There's a lot of little details to kind of keep straight. Don't stack, different formations together. That's a problem. Learn how to use that artillery. How the Americans use their artillery and air support's pretty important. I almost wouldn't. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say I almost wouldn't use. I almost wouldn't use our air strikes as barrage, except for you can lay barrage and slow down exploitation. So that's a good use for it. These guys are out of supply, but they're out of supply DG. I kind of think they need to be out of supply markers, and I'm not really sure why they didn't do that. Unless there's multiple effects. And the only reason is it could have the same exact effects, but in the big campaign, I'm gonna have to remember that these guys are DG'd because they're out of supply. So when I'm doing DG removal, don't move these guys because they're out of supply. This was an easy one to remember. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't know. So it wouldn't be hard to pull out of supply markers out of another game. So, okay, that's that. I'm getting tired. It's late. It's 2 o'clock. And but it's good times. I would recommend, if you have it, play it. I know, work through the little things. It's good. It's worth it. And I'm talking about it enough, and it's time for me to go. I'm rambling. And it's been great. Wardrobe out. Who knows what the next game will be. Bye.